Okay, so I've been on a bit of a retro kick lately and recently picked up a Gameboy Advance SP. Despite cleaning it several times, it still smelled of old cupboards. I don't know who owned this console before me, but it was in dire need of a reshell. So went online, picked one out, I got it next day delivery. It's the NES Classic Edition reshell. It's an aftermarket third-party reshell, so it's not an official version, but still a lot better than the one that's on it. It came with all the tools and a new lens as well. So all I did then was obviously pour a beer before you do anything else, let that settle, and while I waited I just sort of flicked through a few articles online, read a few instructables. There's plenty of resources available there to show you what to do, and it was just a case of cracking on and opening it. You need a tri-wing screwdriver and a posi drive, and immediately upon opening the casing I discovered that a lot of the screws had actually perished, so it looks like someone spilt some kind of corrosive drink on this, like maybe a soft drink or some beer or something. But once you see the motherboard, it was actually in pretty good condition. You just have to raise a couple of posi drive screws. There's 3 holding the motherboard in the assembly. Raise it up, and that'll show you the connector ribbon for the screen. There's just 2 little clips there that you pull down, and the motherboard comes free. I wasn't salvaging any real parts of the old case. There is a screw under that hinge as well, by the way. That almost caught me. But I wasn't salvaging any parts of the case. It was just a case of strip the unit out, get the screen and the motherboard out. The only parts I was salvaging were the speaker and the hinges, which are coming up in a minute. But the overall, disassembly on this unit was quite easy if you've got the right tools. Doesn't take any time at all, really. Once you get that housing off the screen, everything comes apart with relative ease, but you can see the dust and the dirt and grime inside that casing, and it did have quite a unique smell to it. The only tough part I encountered was pushing the hinges out of the old shell, because you do need to salvage them. They're proprietary, and they don't actually make repro versions as far as I know. Be very careful when you pop them out, because I did slice my hand open. Got a couple of wounds for my trouble as well, but then it's just a case of once you've got to that point, you just reverse the process. So you get the new shell, line up the hinges, pop them back in, and sort of work backwards from what you did. So it literally is only like 5 or 6 different steps. There's all the new shiny new screws and the covers as well, the decals. That's just replacing the end cap on the hinge, just part of the colour scheme on this. Popping the lens off the screen, that was quite easy. I wouldn't recommend using a knife as I did, because again I almost come a cropper there, but the adhesive is nice and soft on that screen, so the lens will come off relatively easy. You can see that it was scratched and dented. There's a few chips in there, but the new lens, putting it on, really easy, really simple. Just do it by eye. There's no real guide. Just sit it back on the screen, make sure it's nice and level and straight, everything sticks back together. It's also worth bearing in mind as well, if you're going to do this yourself, that there's usually 2 pieces of plastic on that screen. So there's this piece that I'm lifting here, which is you have that on before you attach it to the screen. It's showing you some more of the grime from the old shell there. But there's a second piece of film which I almost missed, and it would have been a nightmare to try and pull off. You can see I had to slice my finger open there when I was trying to get them hinges out before. But the new screen obviously makes everything look so much brighter and fresher. And then it's just a case of putting it all back together. I'm not going to bore you with that. This is just the finishing touch here. Just putting the battery pack back in. You literally do get everything you need with these repro kits, right down to the sticker as well. I did consider steaming off the label from the original housing, but to be honest it was so faded and worn out, it just seemed like a waste of everything else brand new, so just stick that down. And the finishing touch here, just taking the adhesive backing off the front decal there, the nice retro looking Nintendo decal. So yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think that I would recommend it if you've got an SP, give this a go. There's the money shot for you here. As I say, I would highly recommend this. If you've got an SP, or if you've maybe got a broken one or one that's a bit tired looking, give this a go. I think you will enjoy it. If you like this video, please do leave a like. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing some more of these videos in the future. But in the meantime, thanks for your time, and I'll speak to you again soon.